Hello, mate.
Hello.
Oh,
There we go. I can hear you now. But I'm a bit far from the mic. Is that better?
all right. There we go. How's it going?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Oh, hello.
Hello.
There we go. How's it going?
Yeah, good. Everything all right?
Not bad, man. Not bad. How's
Yeah.
life you?
Yeah, not too bad either. Ready for Christmas or what?
Oh no, I've only just picked up the last of my Christmas presents yesterday. Beck's pretty good. She does majority of the wrapping, so she'll wrap all my family stuff, and then I just got to do her stuff. But that's still TBD.
Yeah, I just noticed we're doing Secret Santa with her family. We did it last year, and
Yeah.
I just seen one of the emails, and they've cancelled one of the things I bought, and I
Oh
was like,
no.
so I've got to. I just bought it again. It's not going to come in time, unfortunately. So,
Ah, bit
but there's
short
other.
notice, that
The,
is.
yeah, I know. I just saw that. I was like, oh, where? I can't say what the gift is, just in case it gives it
They're
away.
watching.
But and they're definitely not watching.
They're definitely watching.
And yeah, I just checked. I was like, oh, that's one that hasn't come, and I thought, oh, it's probably on its way. And then the email said it was cancelled.
That was it.
I was like, oh, that's annoying. But
Yeah, I ordered a bunch of stuff for her, and fucking said it was sent to every, and then every of them give me a confirmation they've actually received it. So that's definitely got lost in transit. So I need to
yeah,
chase that up and get that sorted.
I always wonder whose fault it is then, because at times you never seem to actually get anything back from it if it goes missing.
No, and like I haven't even tried calling every before to sort it out. Then, like so.
It's basically, yeah, I'm sure something happened the other day, and they delivered it to, they swapped the two deliveries. So somebody here had the delivery for what I was supposed to have, and it was just a guess. And I went over to their house, and they did have the parcel that I had. But when I was trying to get in contact with Every, they were like, "Oh no, it's been dropped off." And then I was like, "Yeah, it's been dropped off, but it's a parcel for a different house. So where is
Yeah.
mine?" So
Yeah, they didn't even check the address on it. Like I know because
no, they
we
just
had
checked
a
it.
delivery for next door a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't even think they noticed. Like it wasn't until I actually went and knocked the door and was like, by the way, they dropped off your parcel.
That's annoying. We've had a question already. Let us know when there is a discount on your cybersecurity training program.
Ooh.
Well, I don't know, because in 2025 we've been getting people jobs quite a lot. So I don't know if you're going to see a discount, to be honest.
I know
Um,
you've uploaded quite a few testimonial videos recently, AJ. You know, so
yeah. So I think the best time was to get in when we first started it, to be honest, which a lot of people did capitalize on.
yeah,
We didn't do a Black Friday sale this time round. Yeah, I don't know. The thing is that we were really cheap anyway. If you look at what else is out there on the market, and based on the results that we've got, I can't guarantee any discounts, to be honest. But
and
yeah, you just have to wait and see.
to be honest, I don't really think there's another product solution quite like ours. Like we do the full end to end as well. Like a lot of people just do intermittent parts, but if you want that hand holding, then I mean, I don't think there's anything else you can do really.
Yeah, like you can you can buy CompTIA certs on their website now if that's what you wanted to do, for example, or you can even do it for free. Like we get a lot of people that ask for free resources, but like Vaughn's saying, that we sit down with you, help you go through. Well, we build you a plan to start with for free, so that's something that you can get for free. Jump on a call with one of us, build out a free plan, and then once you've got that plan, we help you stick at it. And then each part and each phase of that plan, we work with you through certifications, if it's certifications that you need, or maybe you just need the skills, and then we teach you the skills, but we also give you the hands-on experience with it as well, so it's not just theory based. So yeah, if you don't want the discount and you just want to join, then you know where you can find us. So tell me about the RCE exploitation method for getting a valid bug, question mark. That's
Is there a
quite
specific one you've got in mind?
yeah. I was just about to ask, is there a specific vulnerability that you are referring to? Tell me about the RC exploitation. So if you just want to know what, are you just asking what it is in general,
Like
or
talking RCE exploitation. Get invalid bug. Yeah, I'm not really sure what they're asking, to be honest.
Yeah. I'll follow up to the discount. Do you guys provide remote international job placements as well? So it depends where you're located, but currently we have been able to get people jobs in their own countries, but not.
Yeah,
So we're based in the UK, but we have people help people get jobs in Canada who are based in Canada, for example,
US,
US
Australia.
based in the US, yeah, UK, but it's like we get this question quite a lot, and I think what you're saying is it possible for you to work in one country and get a remote international job somewhere else? That's asking a lot of anybody, really. Like, there's not many companies that are doing that because it's going to come down to kind of the visa process and um, trying to get a remote job for, say, if you're based in, say, even if I'm based in the UK and I'm trying to get a remote job in the US, it's not really that feasible.
Mhm.
They're most likely just going to hire from inside the country. It's not impossible, but I would say if you are looking to get into cybersecurity, you're better off trying to focus in your current country. And I know that's not always fair because I know that there's not always the same opportunities everywhere. But I will say as one thing that trying to get a remote international job placement in a different country, it is going to come down to visas and sponsorship, which I don't know. I don't know many companies that do that. So you're based in the US. So
Yeah,
I wouldn't worry too much about international job placements, to be honest. So what is
yeah.
the reason that you want that?
I think they're asking if we'll place him.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I see. No, I mean job placement in another state or the same state from where I live. Oh yeah, if you're able to get jobs in the US, we'll help you um, go through the job application process. We'll if we so we obviously we're based in the UK, but we do have some connections to companies in the UK that we do refer people to. So they're
Mhm.
not in the US, obviously, but um, yeah, we with the job application aspect of it, we help with everything that you need. Really, we're trying
Yeah,
to build out the kind of more connections with companies in the US. But ultimately, we do have students who have landed jobs in the US, so there's possibilities for referrals there if those kind of jobs come up. But
yeah.
um, what do you reckon about that one?
Yeah, as I say, it's important to note that it's not a do it for you type thing. Like we're not applying for you. We'll help you with the applications. We'll talk to you about job descriptions. We'll help you with your CV. We'll do mock interviews with you to set you up as best as possible. But the application submissions are on you. However, if roles do open up at our companies and
Mm.
you are a candidate we think is good enough, we will for sure refer you through as well to help you get through that way.
Yeah, that's something that we've done a few times now, and we've got one student, Jonathan. He's going through well, two referrals actually, and he's getting to a second stage. I don't know if that's part of the referral, but outside of the referrals, the skills and the experience that we're giving you. So this is what we have is an apprenticeship, and that apprenticeship allows you to put actual job experience on your CV and your resume, and that is one of the key things that is helping people apply for jobs that are asking for 1 to 3 years worth of experience. And we don't limit it to entry level because cybersecurity itself isn't just an entry level role. There aren't really that many entry level jobs. It's more of a kind of mid tier. And what we'll try and what we do is set you up to be able to apply for those mid tier roles. So to kind of help you stand out there. So, sir, can you tell me some cybersecurity projects in red teaming? Have you got any you can come to mind?
There's a virtual machine called Caldera that you can set up that allows you to replicate different attacks. That could be a good way of setting something up to do some red teaming type things. It might be for more so for like blue team training, but you can definitely get set up. There's also another virtual machine called DVWA. I think it's called Damn Vulnerable Web App.
Oh yeah,
And that can be a good one to install to practice web application pen testing and bugs and that sort of stuff. So yeah, two interesting options there.
yeah. I posted them both in the Instagram chat. But yeah, if you're looking to go into red teaming, one thing I will say that it is harder to go in as a red teamer first than a blue teamer.
Yeah.
But what you want what you want your projects to relate to is kind of how they would relate to the job. So have a look at job descriptions of red teamers, like what Vaughan mentioned. They're probably going to want to have some interest in attacking web applications, so that DVWA, vulnerable web application, is a good way to get experience with that. But yeah, also understanding the kind of red team exploitation framework, so how they go through their reconnaissance, how they kind of pick a target all the way to actually compromising that target. These are the kind of things you're going to want to start to get familiar with. But if you just want some technical projects, I think the ones that Vaughan mentioned there are good, but try and relate them to whichever job that you're going for. Any questions on YouTube? There's one here then.
Are you playing a bit of Forza on these, have you, AJ?
Yeah, last week. So I don't know what the reason was. I was trying to stream. I don't know if it's because I signed up to the PlayStation.
What plus is it?
Yeah, so the streaming one,
Mm.
and all the games that I tried to stream from there, it was blocking it on remote play. I'm not sure what the reason for that was. So yeah, I ended up defaulting to Forza because I had it installed.
Yeah, fair.
So I played that for a bit, but I had quite a lot of questions left. To be fair, that I uh, wasn't gaming for too long. But
Yeah.
I just bought the new Ghost of Yotai.
Oh, nice.
I don't know. Have you played the first one?
I've played part of the first one, but it ended up being in a catalogue of games that I haven't been able to get through yet.
Yeah,
But I
no, the
played
new one
maybe
is.
a couple hours of it, and I was enjoying it, and I do want to get back to it, but just haven't really got around to it.
Yeah, I just got that. I just played it now just before joining here. Actually, it was yeah, it's
Mm.
good. The first one is really really good actually, and the second one is still good.
Mm.
I love
I
the
want to
game.
play that Cyberpunk as well. I haven't played that yet.
Oh, Cyberpunk. Yeah, I played that when it not when it first. Well, no, it was
It's
probably a
shit
year.
when it gets out, wasn't it?
Yeah, I heard it was crap when it first came out, and then I played
Mm.
like a year after, and it was still a bit better. But I've heard
Mm.
it's even better again now. They've continued to
Yeah,
update.
there are loads of updates apparently, and you get that with PlayStation Plus as well. Again, I just haven't really got around to playing it.
Oh, it's on there, is it? That's
Yeah,
quite cool. There's some good games on there, to be fair, on
yeah,
the
there's.
on PlayStation Plus.
Mm.
Because I got one of those portals. Yeah, I think I told you before.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I signed up to the streaming, and yeah, there are some good games on there.
Mm.
Just getting the time. That's what I find now. Getting
Yeah.
older, instead of having the time to even play them.
Other
Like,
responsibilities going on, like.
yeah, Yash, is the DVWA best for web application pen testing? So that would be one project that you could do for web app pen testing
Mhm.
experience. Yeah, definitely. That's kind of what it is. It's a web application that is
Yeah.
vulnerable to different well-known vulnerabilities in web
Yeah.
applications. So you kind of spin it up and then just try to attack it
Hmm.
as
Yeah,
well.
it's great to start out with. I wouldn't worry too much about whatever the best thing is for web app pen test and learning. Like, what you want to do is just get started, right? Just check them off, get different projects under your belt, and just start working through them. Don't wait for whatever the ideal best one is. Just get started, pretty much.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know what everybody's got. What's your typical Christmas day like then, Vaughan? What's going to be happening?
Oh, well, last year we went down to Mrs. in Cornwall.
Oh
And
yeah.
we both went down wherever that like super flu was last year.
Oh really?
So we was both absolutely conked on Christmas Day, pretty much. I was sat at the Christmas table, like my eyes streaming and the rest. And it was pretty painful, to be fair. But then this year we'll be spending with my family up here because
Oh,
the missus obviously works shifts. It can be touch and go whether she's off for Christmas or not.
yeah, makes sense.
So we went down last year because we knew that she wasn't working, and then this year we'll be with my family. And but yeah, get up in the morning, opening some prezzies, probably going up to my parents about 12ish, opening some more presents up there, seeing them, having tea, and then having a bit of a drink and playing some games in the evening.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
What about
very
you?
nice. Yeah, this year we're actually, because well, my family's not that big, and yeah, unfortunate passing of my grandfather a
Mm,
couple of weeks ago. So my parents are going to come down to my wife's parents and
no, nice.
family down there, which should be good. There's going to be a big gang of them. They're quite a big family anyway, so there's going to
Yeah.
be like 20 odd of us
Mm,
in her auntie's house. So yeah,
oh,
that should
cool.
be nice. That should
Yeah,
be
that'd be
fun.
nice.
Similar sort
Yeah.
of thing in the morning.
And the families come together as well is always nice.
Yeah, it would be nice. And yeah, this is probably the first year not waking up in my parents' house on Christmas because last year we were like,
What was
oh well,
that?
we got married last year. No, didn't
Mm,
we? No, last year was the last time we said we'd spend Christmas Eve in our parents, and then
yeah.
now we're doing it in our own house today. So
Nice.
officially grown up, like
Yeah.
22 to
Adult them.
32. But yeah, we'll do that. Then we'll probably do the rounds of going to see my cousins.
Mm. Are you
Kids.
all the one that does the traveling on Christmas Day? You?
Yeah, it's not that far though, to be honest. But everybody lives within like
Yeah.
5-10 minutes of each other, so it's pretty chilled.
Good job. Yeah.
And then similar sort of stuff in the night. Yeah, a couple of drinks, games, and yeah. My wife's family's they love the crack, to be fair. So I'm sure
Like,
they've got some good stuff planned.
what's like your Boxing Day and your days preceding? Or
So Boxing
like
Day, usually there used to be the hunt that would go through the local town, but they've
the
kind
what
of
hunt?
yeah, like the where they used to chase the fox and kill the
Ah,
foxes,
gotcha.
didn't they?
Yeah.
But obviously they banned that, but they were still used to do the kind of parade with the horses, but that's kind
Mm.
of also fizzled out. So now it's like a tractor run
That's
with
it.
Christmas lights. So we'll probably see that in the morning, and then
Mm.
have like Christmas lunch, and then usually we'll go out for a few pints in the night
Oh, nice.
with everyone in the night. What about you?
I don't actually know what we're doing this year. I think. Oh, I think we're all planned. Like we. I thought my mic went off. And we usually either go to someone's house, like in my family, and have like a mini party or something. But I think this year we're planning on like going out and doing stuff.
Oh,
Like
nice.
I don't know what it's kind of up in the air in the moment, but just getting together really and doing like a big bowling sesh or big like mini golf sesh,
Oh,
and then
nice.
just going with some drinks and just spending time with family. To be honest, like
Yeah, that's nice.
yeah, we haven't quite decided yet, to be honest, and we'll probably leave it right until the last time.
Yeah,
But it's what Christmas is like. Is usually games and drinking and all that jazz. Like
yeah. There's usually something going on there.
yeah, yeah. My mom usually does like a big party on the 28th every year.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so I don't know whether she'll do that or not this year. Like, but if she does, 28th will be jamming as well.
Oh, nice. Yeah, the Friday. Yeah, it's usually Boxing Day, and then the preceding days after, not really too much. And actually, New Year's is pretty quiet this year. Nobody's really
Yeah,
saying too much about New Year's. It's
yeah. You seem like the type of family that are always got like a big New Year's party going on or something.
yeah. Usually it's either going out with friends or we have done stuff in the house as well. But yeah,
Mm.
everybody's been pretty quiet this year, so we'll have to see.
Yeah,
Oh,
my
there's
New
a
Year's boring though.
follow-up question from Yash. Can you tell me any cybersecurity CTFs? Like you mentioned hack the wire, but I think what you mean is over the wire, isn't it? Because you've solved all of the over the wire labs. Is that what you're saying?
Mm.
Um, so over the wire is if it is over the
1
wire,
second, random.
maybe hack the wire is a different one. But I've only heard of over the wire, which is the one that I think that you're referring to. And yeah, similar games to that. Well, obviously you've got your like hack the box. That's probably a good place for you to go. Next, or try hack me as well. That one's probably a bit more kind of guided. Um, over the wire. Yeah, is it over the wire that you're referring to, or is hack the wire something I just don't know about? Oh, you said that I'm top 2% on try hack me, but I wanted to solve more challenge in CTF. I'll go into hack the box then if you're top 2% on try hack me. Hack the box has, I would say, probably more difficult boxes. I haven't used it for a while, but from when I did use it, I think it is more kind of the just unless try hack me is also similar, but from what I gathered, try hack me is more kind of guided. With hack the box, you can get some machines on there which are quite difficult ones, I would say. So maybe have maybe have a look at that. Comments. Andrew, evening. Hope you're well and ready for Christmas. Yeah, Merry Christmas to everybody on the stream. OWASP Juice Shop. I've not heard of that. OWASP Juice Shop. It's probably the most insecure way. Oh, this is a cool one. So Yash from Instagram, somebody on YouTube, Andrew from YouTube, pointed us to OWASP Juice Shop, and it said probably the most sophisticated and modern insecure web application that could be used in trainings. This looks pretty cool. Yeah, I'll post this one on Instagram as well.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I think Andrew's actually done some tutorials for us in the free community, showing us how to set up Juice Shop.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they're the tips he done for us before, very kindly.
Oh, very cool. Well, if you want to come and see some of Andrew's videos, then drop them in. Get into our free community. Link on wherever you are. If you're on YouTube, it's underneath the description, and on Instagram, it's yeah, just go on our main profile. Another question here then. So currently I'm working in a security operations center role. How can I transition from a blue team role to a red team role? Can you please suggest the best approach? So probably what I would suggest, do you have any red teamers who work in the security operations center that you're working in at the moment? Because that can be a good way to, first of all, sit with them just to see what they actually do day to day. If not, then I would start looking at job descriptions for red teamer style roles, and then start to try and figure out what it is that is actually expected from that job role. So the best thing about doing that, and this is what we suggest for everybody who is trying to get into cybersecurity, pick the job role that you want to go into. When you first start in, usually blue teamer is usually a bit better. But then look at the job description, because it's going to tell you exactly what these jobs want from you. And as you start to go through quite a few just different job descriptions, that's going to be like your learning curriculum, and that's going to allow you to understand what you need to go and learn. So like I said, first of all, you're in a security operations center role. Congratulations. Have a look to see do you have red teamers who work with you? If so, sit with them and start to chat with them, because I would say majority of people you can usually approach in cybersecurity, if they don't seem like people who want to talk to you, they maybe just go down the second route of checking out the job descriptions. But it's usually always better to find somebody who works in the job role. If not, yeah, have a look at the job descriptions and start to learn everything related to the job role. I actually got a video on YouTube where I spoke about getting into ethical hacking, and it was based on an article that somebody had written. And in that article, it kind of talks through, it's a penetration tester who speaks about how he would get into penetration testing again. And I've kind of based my video, I've given him credit to that article, but effectively what it does is talk through the ways to get into pen testing and maybe some of the certifications to do. I'll see if I can find that video, and I'll send you the link. But yeah, what makes you want to go into red teaming then? You're fed up of security operations, or don't want to go into instant response? You don't want to go, I wonder why you're choosing red teaming. Where's that video? Oh, this one. Shit. So Kamesh, if you're still on the stream, posted it in Instagram now, and anybody on YouTube who wants to post it there. Hey Jane Vaughan, I have another interview coming up on the 6th of Jan. Jonathan, you're killing it these days, to be fair.
Mate. Yeah, that's class. I remember when he was at the stage, Jonathan, where he was talking on the check-in calls, and he was like, "I've been sending out this many applications," and you had your Excel sheet of all the ones you'd applied for, and you weren't hearing back and stuff. And that's what, like 3 or 4 in the last month. It's awesome, mate. Really good.
Yeah, I was saying when we spoke on the with the coffee chat or the old check-in call that we used to call it. Your It seems like your applications are kind of like compounding now, and that I think you had somebody respond to you and you didn't even know where they picked up your CV from. And that can happen because you can end up just applying at so many different places. That often a lot of these job websites, and I've seen it before, they do kind of share your CVs around, or it might be a recruiter who's got an account on that site and he's just managed to pull it off, or something like that. But eventually they do compound, and the more applications that you put in, the more your CV will get thrown about the place, really. So it's good that you've got another interview coming up.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good.
We got from Andrew OE as well about the red team path. Apparently, the try hack me path is pretty good as well for the type of tools to look at. So yeah, Yash, if you're still here, mate, definitely take a look at that as well.
Yeah, sorry, Andrew, I didn't realize that was you. That's a legend. He's a legend in our community. AppSec legend. So yeah, if you want to join CyberHub, we've got some really good people in there. So we focus more on blue team, but we have some red teamers, AppSec people in there. So yeah, definitely jump in there. Yes, I've come to a point I forget which company I applied to once I hit above 250.
Here we go, mate. Grinding away. I love it.
That actually shows, kind of proves what we say, and even what I see on Twitter and stuff as well, and X, where people are like, you need to do at least, they do say some crazy number like at least 500 to 1,000 job applications, but it does seem to be that is the case. Obviously, Jonathan, that is been the case for you. There's also who else was in the community? Georgina did a lot.
Yeah.
Bartos did, I think he did 300 job
Really?
applications. He was obviously very fortunate that the one interview that he got, he landed that job interview. Now, that's not always the case. Like that, he's obviously smashed it there. But again, he still did a lot of applications to get to that place. Yeah, I'm all good. The pup he's lying next to me here. Actually, I would wake him up, but he's just gone to sleep. So I'll post some pictures in the community. How's your dog doing? You've got a puppy around the same time, I think, wasn't it? Anymore on Instagram. So yeah, Kamesh, I hope that answers some of your. Oh yeah, thank you, AJ. No, thank you, Kamesh, for the question, and also shout out to Vaughan and the other Andrew as well, who I think gave you better answers, to be fair. Which initial access methods tend to go undetected the longest?
I hate to say phishing because it's the most common one. But I mean, if you go bad, mail security, phishing is probably the one, to be fair. Like it's the most common attack vector for a reason. And if you were getting caught pretty much straight away, you wouldn't have hardly as many compromises from it. So I'm gonna give a bit of a cop-out answer and say phishing.
No, that was the one that actually came to mind, to be honest, and it's probably not what and Kathy, probably not what you wanted to hear, but
it's true though.
It's true, yeah. It also does depend, but that's the most, like Vaughan said, it's the most common one for a reason. And if you've got a company that isn't, I think a company especially is not security minded, so you might get an employee who will just click on a malicious link and they won't think anything about it. Some companies, they'll click on the link and then maybe a couple of minutes will go by and then they'll keep thinking about what they've just done. So if your email security like tooling is not great, then again, that's obviously going to prevent you from detecting it. But even if you've got really good email security software, sometimes these can still get through. And then if you've got employees who are just click happy, then again, that could be something that allows it to go undetected. Like it's quite a hard question to answer because let's say that an employee clicks on a phishing email and types in their username and password. Then if that attacker then goes to try and log into that specific account that they've just been phished, it all depends on how good is the security further down the line, if it makes sense. Like how good is do you have two-factor authentication, for example? If that's not in, then you're probably not going to detect it there, for example. There's so many different areas where it could go undetected, and yeah, I would probably the long answer is probably still phishing, but it is quite hard to kind of say, oh, this is the kind of one that goes undetected the longest. But yeah,
Yeah, if you want some more sexy ones, I
Mm.
can't remember the actual name of it, AJ, but it's like the improper setup of like the cloud resources. Do you remember the name of that one?
the like when you leave S3 buckets open.
Yeah, yeah, that sort of stuff. That's a quite a common one as well. And just any sort of new web exploit VPNs are quite well renowned for having exploits recently for initial access. So yeah, VPN exploits as well.
Yeah, so that's a very good point actually. CyberTech X. Is there any free certification for cybersecurity on the internet, on the internet hub? I assume you just mean the internet or the internet hub. um, well, there's a lot of free certifications. It depends what you want to do, I guess. What path do you want to go down? Because you don't really. I do know quite a lot of people that do a lot of the free certs, and they don't really send you in any kind of direction.
No,
So yeah, it depends on what you want to do. Comment and let me know what you want to do, and we might be able to kind of help you out.
yeah,
Oh yeah, Andrew from on YouTube says supply chain seems to be becoming more popular. Um,
yeah. Yeah, there's been quite a few supply chain ones recently. And it's quite
yeah,
funny because we did a poll a couple of months ago where I think Josh actually predicted supply chain was either due a new one or going to be getting more popular. And yeah, it's been popping off.
Jonathan, from the interview I had, which have been a few, about everyone, one of them wants a bit of knowledge or basic knowledge on either Bash, Linux command shell, PowerShell, and Python.
Oh, nice. That's interesting.
Mm. Yeah, the PowerShell one. Well, I've been away from Windows for a while. I can't say too much around that, but I don't really work in too much Windows environments. But I'm actually doing a certification now, which it does have quite a lot of Windows in it, in addition to the other operating systems. And yeah, like the reason that they're asking for PowerShell is because they want you to understand how attackers are using it maliciously. So that
Yeah.
makes sense. Um, Obviously, Bash as well, like helping you try and understand how Linux devices are being compromised, probably even Mac OS these days, because it's very, um, very much based on Linux there as
Yeah,
well.
I'm quite surprised that Python's in there. Like, I completely understand PowerShell and Bash just because
Mm.
they're going to be the type of alerts you're looking at for RCE.
Mm.
But I'm quite surprised Python's in there. Python's usually like if they want you to build scripts and stuff.
Mm.
Like I'd have to say I've really seen exploits or attacks that have Python in them. So yeah, that
Mm.
one's quite surprising. But Bash and PowerShell, absolutely.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's because the thing with like the team people, maybe they like you said, they're asking to if you need to automate a certain task or um, yeah, Python can be beneficial, and it's usually the kind of if we do tell anyone to try and learn a programming language in cybersecurity, usually Python is the one that we recommend. But like I said, I can't personally code myself. I can read code to try and understand it's malicious, but writing code myself is not something I can do. So there's probably still some companies out there that want you to understand how to code, how to script, for example. But with the majority of tools that are out there these days,
Mm.
often you don't need to be able to do it. But I guess it does
And
depend on the company.
you don't even need to know how to code nowadays, really,
Mm.
because ChatGPT can do majority of it for you. Like
True, yeah.
just before I broke up the Christmas, my tech lead was showing me, and Andrew, you've probably come across this one already. But in Visual Studio, connecting that to GitHub and then connecting the GPT into your Visual Studio, so you can have it create your own libraries and you can get it to review like your source code and make edits and all that type of stuff. So it's not even a case of you need to go to ChatGPT and say, build me, a script to do that. You can actually already integrate it into your like repo tools and have it build out all your file libraries and everything for you as well, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool. Ankith, one more question. The most common false assumption defenders make about this vector. So, do you mean phishing? And the most common false assumption, do you mean What do you reckon he means? Do you mean like when
Yeah.
analyzing it, the mistakes that they make when analyzing this attack vector? Or, yeah, let me know what you mean, Ankit.
Yeah, maybe some further clarification on that one, mate. False assumption about phishing.
He's got another question though. How relevant is learning PHP in 2025?
I wouldn't say very relevant personally. I mean, you probably need to know a little bit, but I mean, I hate to say it, but all programming languages are very similar. If you understand like the general syntax, it's just changing certain variables around for like what's your print variable, for
Mhm.
example, and what's like your outbound webhook variable. I might be completely off there, but I mean, you don't need to know a billion programming languages end to end, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would say so. And like PHP, if you're not actively doing web development, maybe you could be, maybe in red teaming for web application testing, maybe it could be helpful. But yeah, I don't think you need to be an expert in PHP development, to be honest. But yeah, if you want to really clarify the question before that you had. Um, yeah, so Andrew said Python is definitely better for red team AppSec side for
Software development lifecycle
software.
or secure
Yeah.
software development lifecycle.
Jonathan, the tier one SOC analyst, which I had an interview for a few days ago, the fact that I had some knowledge in Linux and also Python, I put Python on my CV in my skills, and I would say it boosted me up. Yeah, I wouldn't disagree, to be honest. Like if the company is looking for that, and
Mm-hmm.
um, if you've got it, it's like another skill in your arsenal, isn't it? Where you could
Absolutely.
say, "Oh, at least look, I can code this in Python, or I could build this script for you."
Yeah.
Um, it's definitely not a skill that I'm saying that you don't need. It's just if you can do it and you can code,
Mm.
it's always gonna be beneficial and potentially be used somewhere. And like you mentioned there, so whatever that company is looking for from you as an analyst, then potentially Python is something that they're clearly interested in.
Yeah, like one thing that we always talk about with our mentees and in the apprenticeship is you need to make yourself an asset and make yourself a valuable resource. And someone that has scripting and can lend these scripting capabilities is going to be more beneficial to a company in certain regards as opposed to someone that doesn't. So it's the same across lots of different skills, right? So if you can develop that skill, you're gonna be better. But that's not to say you need to have that to get into cybersecurity.
Yeah, definitely. The Andrew, yeah, I'm finding LLMs a huge AppSec risk. Yeah,
Mm,
I think that's something that I've been talking about in YouTube videos, to be honest. The introduction of these LLM tools, chatbots, any kind of AI tool being integrated into companies, and they're not really thinking about the security risks associated to it. And I think this is kind of going to be quite an area for people to be able to skill into. And I don't know if you'll get solely like AI tool consultants, but as a consultant coming in, if you are going down that path, it's something that you're going to need to know. Because if a company comes to you and is like, "Oh, we want to integrate this new chatbot tool, um, AI chatbot tool into our company where customers can interact with it, they can ask all the questions, and then we don't need any employees for front-facing um, chats." Okay, that's great. But then if it gets implemented and then somebody can just type in, "Give me your most sensitive internal secrets," and it's connected to all your back end financial data, financial records, then it's a huge gaping hole that maybe you haven't really thought about. So these are the kind of things that, and again, I don't think people were saying that the AI kind of boom was just going to kind of take over. But the way I'm seeing it is just like when endpoint detection got introduced, it was just something new that you had to learn. And AI is, again, it's going to bring some huge benefits, but it's also going to bring some huge risks as well. And if we're not securing it correctly, then yeah, it's just another attack vector and initial access vector, even that attackers can use. And attackers are already doing that as well. So, Any New Year's resolutions, everyone? Any?
Oh, no, nothing that rings a bell, to be honest.
No.
Um, no, nothing really. I make the same one every year, and I always stick with it as well. Of just continuing with the gym, like, but that's a really boring one. Um, yeah, nothing really, to be honest. What were you?
No, I'm the same, to be honest. Kind of
Just
try,
continuing with the current stuff, like nothing new.
yeah, just try and keep consistent. I find
Yeah,
it
exactly.
resolutions that I don't know. If you're not doing them after January, there's probably not really much point in doing them, is there?
Yeah.
Um,
Like, yeah, the biggest fad is starting something in January for a New Year's resolution, and then the 1st of February is done. Like,
yeah. Or start it now. If you're going to do something, start it now. You don't need to
yeah,
start in
don't
January.
wait for January.
Just do it now. And if you want to get into cybersecurity and that is
Don't
what
wait
you
for
want to do,
January.
start now. And yeah, you can jump on a free call, like I said, with one of us. We do free career advice calls. Um, Wherever you are, the link will be in the description or it's on our Instagram. We'll jump on one of those calls with us. We'll build out a career plan for you completely free. And yeah, and then you can actually get started with an actual plan in 2026. Because like I said, the Jonathan that is in on yeah, thank you, Andrew. Pleasure. Yeah. Happy New
Thank
Year to you
you.
as well and have a great Christmas, mate.
Yeah, have a good Christmas, mate, and a happy New Year.
And yeah, so Jonathan that's chatting to us on our YouTube, he's in our apprenticeship academy and he's seeing an increase in interviews. So whether that's just that his CV has got better or his skills have got better, it could be a combination of seeing that maybe the job market is also changing as well. Um, but I don't know, the people that we've been working with, they've been able to get interviews. So I know people always message and say, "Though there's no jobs out there, AI is taking all the jobs." That doesn't seem like the case, to be honest. And
No, like I was of that impression when I was at my last company because that's what we was building, right? But since coming to my
yeah,
new company, like there's still a lot of aversion to AI and using AI,
mm,
understandably, because it does get wrong. It does get things wrong. But like my company, for example, quite a large company, quite a well-renowned company in the aviation space. And they're more than happy just to dump money into getting additional analysts just to prevent AI from needing to do more, which just
mm,
shows their risk aversion really to not wanting to use AI and have AI fuck up. Like, so there's
mm.
definitely jobs out there for people coming in as humble SOC analysts.
Yeah, that's why I'm finding the companies that I'm working with, they're very much similar. They don't want to give AI access to too much.
Mm,
They don't want to be, yeah, they don't want to just say, "Oh, okay, the AI tool can just do everything." There is a bit of kind of skepticism around like holding
yeah.
back because, like we say, that it could be an easy way into a company, and if all of your data is, for example, jumped into it, held in a tool like ChatGPT, and as soon as they get access to one of those accounts, or then it could result in a data breach. So
Mhm.
there is very the teams are very careful about integrating these AI tools, but they are still integrating them because they are
Yeah.
efficient. But you do have to be very careful.
Just trying to give them limited access at first and check nothing goes wrong before slowly increasing the scope.
Yeah, which kind of comes back to the um, what's the word for it? Like your well-known security best practices, like
Mm,
um, limiting like admin privileges to certain
yeah,
tools, certain
controlling
accounts. Like
privilege, zero
yeah,
trust.
those things still kind of apply, and they can still move across as these new AI tools get onboarded. But you still want to continue the fundamentals, even like MFA, for example. Let's say they've integrated a chatbot and you've given everybody accounts, and it's not going through um, SSO or single sign-on. Well, what do you want to do there? You still want to secure that account with a password, a strong password. Ideally, you put it behind single sign-on if you can. Enable two-factor authentication, and you can kind of see how a lot of the well-known best practices could be replicated to this AI stuff as well. Um, how about passkeys? That's a question that we've had on Instagram. I think they're a good idea. I don't know what you think, Vaughan. Passkeys.
Yeah, I've had them pop up quite a bit recently for certain applications I'm using. I mean, they see. I don't fully understand them, to be totally honest. I mean, do you want to maybe give a quick 101, AJ?
Yeah, so I know it's like it's obviously the new kind of sign-in method that is replacing passwords, and my experience is with iCloud's keychain, but obviously I think Google's password manager has it as well, and it kind of stores the authentication in the keychain itself, so you never have to actually know the password yourself. But in terms of like what is specifically storing in, I guess, is the cryptographic keys, is it? They must be.
I assume so. Yeah, it's probably yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah. Okay. It's got private key stays on your device while the public key is sent to the website.
Yeah, Diffie-Hellman pretty much. Some sort of
Okay. Yeah.
keychain algorithm.
Yeah. So you don't need to ever remember the password, and then you kind of have that pass key instead that generates on your device. You have the
Yeah.
private key, you send the public key, and then yeah. I
Yeah,
think it's pretty good.
yeah. I mean, I'm all for it. Like if it can get implemented everywhere, absolutely. Like one of the biggest things we see is password reuse, right? And like cred stuffing attacks where
mm,
someone's leaked, my username and password for I'm trying to think of something like Walmart got leaked, for example, and now they're
mm,
trying my username and password on my Facebook. And if I'm using the same password across everything, which this passkey solves because it's private between the login, then it would solve it. So I think it's a positive for sure. The more it gets implemented, how you access them across different devices might be a little bit awkward, but I've already seen in like my password managers, for example, is asking if I want to set up passkeys and stuff. So I'm assuming it'd be fine.
Yeah, I think the passwords have been an issue for years, and
Hmm.
people have always had issues with passwords of either making them not strong enough or just probably not really caring, and then they've resulted in like a simple compromise where you've just
So
entered your easy password into
yeah,
a phishing
just use
site,
that
or they've
number.
kind of just brute forced it. So yeah, this seems to prevent a lot of that,
Hmm.
which is good. So yeah, I don't have any major issues with them really because it seems for the everyday person, I think there's a lot of benefits, and I don't see that
Mm,
many drawbacks for most people. I would say.
yeah, yeah, sounds like a good change.
Shenu 17. Hey guys, please shout out, and I am preparing for SOC level 1. Have knowledge of networks, Linux basics, and good knowledge of alert trailer, SIEM, and EDR. Um, Please shout out. So I guess did you just want us to give you props? You've got. Are you trying to get a job? Is there a question? What is
Shout
it?
out Shenu.
Yeah, Shenu.
Shout out.
Yeah. So well, yeah, you're going in the right direction. Anyway, you're preparing to get into SOC level 1. Good knowledge of networks. That's good. Linux basics is very good. Um, Knowledge of alert trailer. I'm not sure what you mean by trailer. Um, but I guess you mean responding to alerts, is it? Like in a
Mm,
SIEM and EDR? Um, so Mary Armour, follow-up question from the passkeys one. And what about VPNs for remote cybersecurity workers?
yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
yeah, so the big players then, I think, is it Global Protect? Is that one of them?
Yeah, I mean, your organization should be providing you with a VPN if
Oh, yeah,
if
that's a
they
good
know
point.
what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because then if you do our monitoring against your account as well, like your own SOC analysts will be able to omit in a way based on, unknown VPN. But as you go down the route of setting up a VPN to work regardless, AJ?
Say that again, sorry.
Was you going down the route of setting up a VPN to work regardless?
Yeah, I thought maybe she was saying
Good ones.
they're trying to create a VPN for remote workers to be able to work remotely. Um, I was just trying to think of the ones that I've used in the past.
Mm,
Um,
yeah, Global Protect I've used as well.
I can't remember what one particular.
Avanti I've used.
Yeah, to be honest, there's a lot. There's many
Mm,
different ones. So in terms of what's the best one, I don't know. That's more of kind of probably want to be like a network expert if you're setting up a kind of global VPN for a large company. But there's some well-known ones out there. I'd probably stick to the well-known ones. But if you're just on about just for personal use, I've got Surfshark. To be honest, I don't know if it's the best one out there. Oh,
Yeah,
Shenmue Alert Triage, you meant? Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you're doing all the right things. Alert Triage, Linux, Seam, EDR. Um, that's good. Kabir, hi, watch all your videos daily, highly motivated. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
go for it.
Yeah, if you ever have any topics or videos that you want us to cover, just send us a DM on
Or
Instagram,
join,
whatever you
yeah,
want.
join the live and podcast. Probably one of the best ways not to get lost in the noise.
Yeah, that's very true. Jonathan, I would say the other problem I found that might stop people getting interviews are because of salary, because I found out they're looking people that show they want to grow in the area. Also, do you mean like lower the
Yeah,
hand?
lower salary and work up. It sounds like.
I found out when a head of SOC mentioned it to an interview. What got the head of SOC attention was the projects on my CV. He liked that it shows the area that you want to grow into. Yeah, and I think the salary thing is a really good thing to bring up because I think it's still the same to when I first started. The salary that I first started on, and I don't think you'll ever be as low as that, but it'll be the offer that I had was £20,000 per year. And I think it was 22 that I started on. Going back 10 years ago now. So I don't think the salaries will be that low, but sometimes they could still offer you like I have seen job salaries out there 30 to 35. This is in pounds now, so obviously in the UK the salaries are always still less than the US, but the main takeaway is just get the experience. There was somebody that came to work with us and they landed an unpaid internship. And I mentioned in the video, like, don't knock that because he's now got experience in the security operations center. Yeah, he's unpaid, but he's absolutely over the moon when he landed it. And the kind of review that he gave us and everything that he spoke of that he is doing was like really like high end stuff. But it's just the fact that he's not getting paid. I don't think it's a problem, and he doesn't too because
Yeah,
he can see the kind of future in the experience that he's got.
yeah. As long as it's not putting you back financially by doing an unpaid internship, why would you not get the experience that sets you up for a role? It
Exactly.
makes
Yeah.
total sense.
Uh, uh, Shanu followed, but in India, the job description required for SOC level 1 consists of monitoring, detection, instant response, along with pen testing and network security. So I want to get a job remotely. So any of you guys have. So this kind of came up earlier on. Trying to get a job outside of your country is not it's not that easy. Like,
No.
and we don't work with like visas and sponsorship. Is unfortunately not an area that we really know much about.
Mm.
And again, I've even spoken to people that do, and that what they said is like, why wouldn't a company just hire somebody from the same country that they're in, and then they don't have to pay for the visa and sponsorship? I know it's not a good, like, not a nice thing to hear, but that is kind of how companies operate. So I would probably go and stick with the jobs in India and then have a look at your visa possibilities because you're more likely going to get a job with experience that is going to give you sponsorship than completely, because ultimately they've got to take a risk on you, haven't they? That they've got to pay for your sponsorship. They've got to make sure that you've got the skills just based on what you've said. So I can see why a company might be a bit reluctant to do that. So yeah, I would try and stick at it in India if you can,
Mm.
and then go from there. Yeah, so there's another Kabir here. I want a remote job desperately from India. Don't know the way to do it. Yeah, it's difficult because I know that it is a shame that there's certain parts of the world don't have the same opportunities as others, and it is a shame trying to land remote jobs. And to be honest, even in the UK, it's not easy to get a remote job. It just happens that obviously in the UK there are office jobs that are more available than that of in certain parts of India because we do get a lot of questions from people in India. We have helped. One of the first people that helped land an internship was a woman in India. So like it is possible, but again, this wasn't remote. So I would always think about that because I know it's something that a lot of people ask for. How can I get a remote job in another country? Where, unfortunately, I don't have the answer. If I do figure it out, then I will let you know. But I just know it's not as easy because, yeah, I've been doing this for 3 years now, and this is a big question that we've had from a lot of people based in India.
Hmm.
But that's why I ask, what's the kind of job market like in India? Because you mentioned level 1 SOC analyst jobs. How easy are they to get, for example?
Yeah, there's definitely SOC analyst jobs in India. At my last place, one of the guys I worked with used to oversee an office in India remotely from Ireland. So there's definitely
Okay.
Indian SOC analyst jobs out there. It's just how to find them. I'm not sure.
Mm, yeah. Oh, this is cool. People in the live on Instagram chatting to each other. Yeah. So actually, yeah, Kabir. So Shenu as offering to have good conversations about SOC. Um, so yeah, look, you've just met somebody there that can potentially help you out. So
Mm,
definitely follow up with that.
yeah.
Shenu 17, thank you very much. That's very kind
Yeah,
of you.
nice one, mate. And yeah, if one of you land a job, then you can help the other one out with advice and maybe even a referral in
Mm,
India as well. So yeah, that's kind of why one of the reasons why we're doing empirical training as well for that community element, which is awesome.
yeah, for sure. That's really cool to see. Looking forward, and thank you guys for your content. It's amazing. Well, I appreciate that, Shanu. And if there is anything that you want to see from our content, just let us know. Usually, well, we usually post yeah, I would say every day on Instagram. Probably now over Christmas we'll have a bit of a break, but usually we'll post on Instagram every day, and then YouTube usually twice a week. That's what I aim for, but once a week um, can happen as well. But yeah, uh, all the best ideas for videos actually come from the people who watch it and what you want to see. And I put a poll out on YouTube, and more people wanted to see the more project style videos. So I started posting a few more of those. So yeah, just let me know and I can create them for you.
Nice.
Um, Marimara, I'm glad I found your page. That's very kind of you. Well, you had some good questions as well. So um, let me post this in. Yeah, we have a free cybersecurity community. It's on School with a K. So I posted that in Instagram. If you're on YouTube, the link will be in the description. It's called CyberHub. It's a free cybersecurity community where you can continue chatting to us. We do these Q&A sessions every week, but I don't think we're going to be doing it next week. I think we'll have a break, shall we, Vaughan? Start
Yeah,
back in
probably.
2026. So this is the last one of 2025. So I do appreciate everyone joining, asking questions, because yeah, it makes it more interesting. And ultimately, what we're trying to do is help more of you get into cybersecurity. So if we can do that, we've done it. Kind of lose count, but it's like 10, 11, I think, that we've done this year. And that maybe that doesn't sound like that many, but we also haven't worked with that many people either.
Yeah,
So always something to keep in mind. And they landed jobs. Many of them, nearly all of them, I think, actually didn't have any previous experience in cybersecurity.
lovely.
Um, to go for B side of anything. Yeah, well, I think we're coming to an end now. We've actually got a meeting to jump to in 2 minutes. Vaughan, did you have anything else you wanted to cover before we?
No, nothing from me. Thanks for joining, everyone. It's been great to chat to you, and thanks for spending your time with us.
Yeah, have a good Christmas, everyone. Happy New Year, and we'll be back in 2026 to help more of you get into cybersecurity.
Lovely. Thanks, everyone. See ya.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.